All right then, we're back again for yet another week in the life in prep for Road to the Farm. It's Sunday, it is 20 to 3. I don't know where the day's gone, but I haven't filmed anything for the last 2 days. Friday was a track session, which you will have seen at the end of the last vlog. And just to recap, that was horrible. I don't know if I got that across in any of the clips. I probably did, but I woke up that Friday and I was in a pretty terrible mood, to be honest. Yeah, I think just sort of overtrained, undermotivated and just tired. So the track session was tough. I mean, obviously things have been ramped up in terms of the actual expenditure with mixing the exercises in with the running as well. I mean, the running just by itself was already pretty tough. So when you're throwing in burpees and squat jumps and that kind of stuff in with it, I hope you can hear me all right. There's a helicopter flying over by. Still got it done. Still did a decent job. I was on track in more ways than one with my timings, my lap times, just in general. It did go actually surprisingly well. I had to kind of face some fucking demons at times because it got to like, I think after my first few laps I was ready to throw in the towel. Honestly, like my legs were just killing me and I really couldn't be arsed, and I set myself a target of just doing 3 rounds and I ended up doing all 5. So I finished my last round just as Wolfie left, just kind of locked in. Said to myself, like, anything after 3 rounds was a bonus. And by the time I got to round three and I thought, fuck it, I'm doing it. So we did that. Friday evening, met up with some of the boys, went and played some pool, had a couple pints of Guinness. Don't recommend it if it's something, you know, if you're training towards something like I am, probably not the best, but 5 weeks to go now. For me, it is coming into birthday season. So got a few mates' birthdays around this sort of time of year and my own. In the run up to the farm from now, I'm gonna make a vow to have no drinks from now up until the farm. We'll see how that goes, but I've said it here and now, making myself accountable. I didn't really thought about that until I've just said it now. So yesterday, I would have normally had a football game, but we didn't have a game this week. So that was prime opportunity for me to have a proper rest day, and by a proper rest day I mean I did a fat load of fuck all day. I didn't leave the house, potted around the house, just kind of eating and watching TV and chilling. I've had a free house this weekend, so it's been nice and peaceful and calm, which is unlike normal for me living in my house because it's quite a busy house, a lot of people here, and it was just bliss, to be honest. Normally on a day like that I would be kind of scratching around looking for, like, just feeling a bit shit for not doing anything, but yesterday I fully dedicated that day to achieving nothing, and in doing that I feel like I achieved something because I do actually feel nice and rested and ready to go again for the upcoming week. It is now Sunday and I am off to hit my leg session at the gym. Dug this top out. You might be looking at it thinking, I was trying to assess if it looks a little bit zesty or not because of the sleeves. I last wore this when I was doing my cut with Dambo last year. I cut the sleeves off one of these t-shirts and I thought it looked kind of cool, and I don't know, I feel like I rate it. But just getting changed to go to the gym, hit legs, that's it really. Nothing too much else to report other than it's check-in day today, so I've weighed myself this morning. I have eaten over my prescribed calories pretty much all week. I would say partly due to kind of necessity, but also to sort of experiment and see how that would affect my weight at the end of the week. I weighed myself this morning and I am exactly the same weight as I was last Sunday, by like 0.2 pounds, which is kind of mad really, especially considering how much I have eaten this week. But that to me kind of shows that I am quite in tune with my body. I kind of know when I need to be eating more and when I don't. It's something I am going to address with Ryan when it comes to the check-in as well. Yeah man, apart from that, I hope everybody's doing well. This is my first entry of this week's vlog. I hope you enjoyed the last one. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. The YouTube channel seems to be doing quite well at the moment. We've had one of the gym reviews which has popped off a little bit, which is good to see. We're finally getting some proper traction on the channel after 3 years of grinding. I don't know if Wolfie's mentioned that at all, but we've got plenty of other shit on the channel if you don't want to just sit here and watch us complaining about achy joints and being overtrained. But yeah, let's get into this. I'm gonna go to the gym, hit legs. I'll see you guys in a bit. And I've just watched that video back that I just recorded, and I've decided that I am gonna take this off because I think it looks fucking shit. Outfit change. We've opted for the 100% authentic Jordan's jersey, signed Michael Jordan, because I'm absolutely fucking loaded and made of money, so I can afford signed jerseys. Obviously I am taking the piss completely. This I purchased in Vietnam a few years ago from Ho Chi Minh Market. Obviously my sections of the video are full of tips and tricks for life and training and diet and all that good shit. So one of those things I want to talk about today is this, or these rather. A few years ago I suffered from quite a bad ankle injury. I've had a few over the years. For whatever reason, my ankles just seem to be quite weak. It's probably because of the sheer muscle mass that they're having to carry on a daily basis. But as a part of my recovery from that, I was looking into, obviously, just, you know, different options, solutions, ways to strengthen your feet, strengthen your knees, whatever, to take the load away from your ankles. And one of those things that I found, it sounds counterintuitive, taking the weight away from your ankles and whatnot, but I actually bought some of these. These are Vivo barefoot shoes. These are absolutely battered now. The whole, like the toes are nearly coming through the bottom of the shoe. But especially like for me, like leg day training, I mean, if you've watched the vlogs, you will have seen Wolfie obviously pulled his back out doing deadlifts. Now, I'm not saying this is exactly the reason why that happened, because there's probably a multitude of reasons, but one of the contributing factors to that could have been the shoes that he was wearing at the time. That's something that Ryan said. When you're wearing trainers, particularly running trainers, doing leg movements or deadlifting or squats and that sort of thing, you haven't got a great deal of ankle support sometimes, so your feet can kind of wobble around, which leads to other muscles sort of being overworked and compromising, you know, other areas of your body, which can potentially lead to injury. Good thing about barefoot shoes, they are obviously flat AF. There is pretty much no sole on these. As you can see, the toes are pretty much coming through anyway. As with societal norms, I think strolling around the gym in your socks or barefoot is probably a bit frowned upon. So I got these, started training in these pretty much all the time, and touch wood, I haven't had any ankle injuries since. I think just naturally keeping your feet in a natural position, obviously barefoot, we are anatomically designed to be barefoot. Like, you know, we didn't evolve wearing shoes. I mean, probably somewhere along the line, but waffling on. But long story short, I'm wearing barefoot shoes. They are quite expensive for what they are, but that is because these guys, I think, just have their branding on point. I think these cost me over 100 quid when I bought them, which is mad because they're literally just, I mean, I can literally fucking fold this thing in half. That is how flimsy they are. But yeah, maybe something to check out if you are someone out there who's wanting to try something different, particularly when it comes to leg day training. Anyways. Legs done. Didn't film anything today when I was training. Oh, actually, that is a pure, complete lie. I filmed the wall balls. I filmed the wall balls so I knew how fast I was doing them, because we had to do them for time. So 100 wall balls, 6 kilo wall ball, as fast as I could do it. I did it in just under 6 minutes. Definitely feel like I could have done that quicker. I think, not to, you know, blame the equipment, but the wall balls at Total Fitness are pretty shit. Like, it seems like all the weight is just one bit of it rather than an even distribution of weight. Like, feels like there's a cushioned ball around like a medicine ball that's smaller inside, so you throw it up and it all like, I don't know. Either way, film the wall balls, as you will see. It's just under 6 minutes, so that is a time to beat for me in the future. All in all, decent session. Felt fairly strong. For some reason my left leg felt stronger than my right leg today. Don't have any explanation, because it's actually my left leg at the minute that is giving me some jip rather than my right leg. I think that's residual pain from 3 peaks. Like, it was fine before, but now it feels a little bit weird. But manageable. Coming on to 6 o'clock and I've got nothing left to do today besides chill out, really. Gonna have some food, nothing else to report. This is a pretty pointless check-in bit, but it's actually kind of nice to just come home, be at peace, not have anything to do. I'm feeling like it is setting me up in good stead for the week to come, because I have a feeling that after this week, things are going to start sort of ramping up a little bit, in the sense of it is going to feel like no time at all until the comp. So obviously we're start of 5 weeks. I don't even know what week we're in right now. If there's 5 weeks to go, are we in week 6 or 7 of this series? So 5 weeks to go as of today. Next week will be 4 weeks to go, and I think when you hear 4 weeks to go, you're thinking, shit, like, it's crunch time. So yeah, it's good that I've had 2 nice days of just kind of chilling out to prepare me for the week ahead, so then we can lock in, get dialed in for the last few weeks, and just not miss a beat now going forward. Kill me now. Stop being a little bitch, Tom. Stop listening to that little bitch on your other shoulder. It's absolutely fucking roisters outside, and you had 10 pints last night. Maybe you shouldn't train today. Don't listen to him. He's always there. Ignore the little bastard. It's a nice day. You should be grateful that you can get to go train. What am I on about? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. It is Monday and it is conditioning time. We've got a sucker of a workout. Yes, the devil on my shoulder is right. I had about 10 drinks last night. Went to Leeds Fest, and yes, I feel like absolute dog shit. Yes, it's about 20 fucking bazillion degrees outside. Do we care? No. Does this session need doing? Yes. Hey! By the way, when you're struggling to get your sen going, just put your favourite t-shirt on. Mr. Powers, one of his 5 kits. This channels the inner fucking James Power inside and gets you fucking going. So, how we doing, lads and lasses? It is absolutely boiling up here. We're upstairs at A-Star. I didn't realise they've got wall ball targets up here. But it's like a greenhouse, and we haven't even got started yet, so this is going to be... have you talked through? No, have you? No. Alright, so let's run through the workout, today's workout. I'm feeling pretty well rested, apart from my legs are a bit sore from legs yesterday. So basically, 30 minutes straight, one of us is going to be running. At least one of us is going to be running for 30 minutes. I've explained this badly already, I've realised. So we're running for 30 minutes. It's a 30-minute run, max distance. But we can swap at any point we wish. So for example, I could run for 5 minutes and then swap with Tom and he can run for 5 minutes. But the aim is to run as far as we possibly can in that 30 minutes. However, every single time that we swap, the person who's coming off the runner has to do 5 burpees and 20 unbroken wall balls. Obviously, if we wanted to maximise distance, we could sprint it for like 2 minutes, but then every 2 minutes we'd be swapping, so then we'd be fatiguing ourselves more and more the more times we swap, trying to run as fast as we can. So,
and then we've got 60 seconds rest.
Yeah, and then at the end of that 30 minutes, 60 seconds rest, and then it's the same format except this time we're on the Echo bike, and it's 5 dumbbell hang snatches with a 20 kilo dumbbell and 100 metre farms carrying with 24 kilo kettlebells in each hand.
Which is fucking grim.
Which is a lot.
And it's 20 bazillion degrees.
And it's fucking red hot.
Part 1 complete, part 2 underway. Same plan. Yeah. See how you feel. Session's finished.
Session's done by the boys.
We've been
To observe.
coach has come to check that we're behaving.
Where do you get on? That's all runner.
On runner we got like 6.7k
And what you on there?
in half an hour. That it should still be on there. It's like 15 or something. 16. I feel like that's slow though. We were going pretty slow. 16 kilometres.
No, it's not bad. A little taste of it, innit?
That's it.
Was it 5 weeks? 5 weeks till it's time?
Literally 5 weeks yesterday. What are you doing tomorrow, you say? Oh, this weekend. So,
This
fucking hell, yeah, it's
weekend we've got
Monday.
The Red on Ultra backyard.
What's that then?
Fucking hell. You want to know?
Yeah, we want to know.
It's 6.7 kilometres loop on the hour every hour. So you've basically got to get back to the start line in the hour. You've got to do the 6.7 kilometres. So you might do it in 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes. You might do it in 59 minutes. But you go on the hour, and it's last man standing. I think there was 150 people who signed up originally. I think we've already dropped 20 already. People have just bottled it already. 130 people attending. Last man standing. There's one prize, and that's for the winner.
What is the prize?
I think it's £1,000, and there'll be loads of like prizes and stuff. My Protein have sponsored it. They're bringing six videographers.
Sick.
So they're recording it every hour.
Right.
They're live streaming every hour.
Right.
So I've worked out you need to be running. You don't need to be running, but like a good pace is like 6.2 kilometres per hour. It'll take about between 45 and 50 minutes. It gives you 10 minutes.
To just
Because
recover.
the goal is you can't spike your heart rate too high. If you spike your heart rate too high, you're using your body's just gonna
burn
zapped
through
and
it,
it's just
yeah.
gonna be burning through too much fuel.
Yeah.
Because you've got to think you've got to replenish the sort of calories that you're burning, which on average I've done a few test runs and I'm burning like 4 to 450 calories per hour. So I need to get like 500 to 550, maybe 600 calories per hour in. Which is going to be a difficulty.
Yeah, how
the
you...
people who fuel are going to be the ones who are really going to. Of course, you get to a certain point,
Excuse me.
your mindset's going to take over, but you only as good as you fuel in your body, right?
You've got a target for how many you want to
Originally,
get?
I had.
What did you say? 15?
Originally, I had 100k in my mind.
100
Which is
kilometres.
15 hours,
15 hours straight.
straight hours, but my priority is Hyrox. Hyrox this season for me is a huge priority, so if I know that I'm feeling injured or I picked up a bit of strain,
Yeah, if it's just going to make it worse.
Effect on the training, I'll just pull the plug. I'm there to support everyone else. I've got a few lads doing it, so
Nice.
What if it gets down to that last 10 then you're like...
well, this is it, innit? It's going to be difficult.
Yeah,
because my
innit?
mindset's
Competitive
tough. Yeah, it's
spirit's
difficult,
going to get...
in the same sense, like I know how important training is for me this year, especially back end of the year.
Yeah,
My
don't
rock
want to
season ain't even
jeopardise
started
it too
yet.
much.
Don't want to be sort of cancelling it out, especially like with a bit of a roll that I'm on at the moment. So I want to keep that momentum going.
Yeah.
But I'm just seeing it as a bit of a training session. Even if I get like, I think even 10 hours is going to be what
70
60,
kilometres.
70k,
Yeah.
which is a lot.
Decent training
But
session.
I feel like I get it in the locker.
Yeah.
Especially with the free peak, just even though we did 42 kilometres, but we're on his feet. I think the important thing is being on your feet at that
Yeah,
time.
it's just
Yeah.
the joints being able to take it.
Yeah.
innit?
Yeah.
So we've done that. There's no terrain. It's all
No,
flat.
no.
See what the weather's like. Because Three Peaks, obviously, again, not ideal conditions. I mean,
We'll see.
do
I
something.
mean,
on it.
honestly, be a right event.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it's
First
hot,
we've ever
it's
done as
gonna
well.
make it way harder, innit? Hydration wise, like.
If it's
What
hot,
day is that?
Saturday.
Saturday.
it might
Starts
look
at 9
quick,
o'clock.
So by the time this video goes out, it'll have been and done it.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll check in
He'll have
later in the week and
Rather
see how
like
he's done.
protein sponsorship. Like next video.
No, be daft. I won't do such thing.
Yo, super quick check-in post conditioning session. That wasn't the worst thing in the world. The first half hour, I think, was more difficult, but that could be because I think I actually probably pushed myself a little bit harder in the first half hour with the run and the burpees with the wall balls. Could also be because it was just super hot upstairs at A Star, and we gave ourselves about a minute and a half-ish to recover from each interval, let's say. Nevertheless, got it done, feeling good, glad that I didn't go out at the weekend. Had this conversation with Wolfie earlier. Also had a really good chat with Ryan after the session. Spoke about training, like where my head's at, things I've been struggling with this week. Spoke to him about my food as well, how I've been going over calories but actually maintaining weight. So it looks like I might be allocated some more calories going forward this week. My shoulders are pretty pumped from the farmer's carry, which wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But that being said, I am feeling quite domsy holding the phone up like this trying to film. Had some chili con carne that I made last night. That was nice, with a bit of rice, bit of cheese, and now I'm tucking into. Gonna go as far as to say that this Co-op irresistible, authentic, natural Greek yogurt is my favourite Greek yogurt out there, or at least from the ones that I've tried. That being said, it's probably because it's super high in fat. I mean, say super high, it is like 10%, which is similar to the last one that I had, which I can't remember. I think that was the Aldi one that I had last time. Either way, having that with some protein and some berries, gonna chill out. The weather is absolutely unreal, but yeah, I need to clean this kitchen floor, which is peak, so gonna do that. I hope everybody had a good bank holiday weekend. Oh, don't include that bit, Chaz, just fucking cut it. First workout of the week in the bag. Tough one, very tough that. I'd say hardest bit about it was probably the echo bike / burpee wall balls. I reckon it were a good one, very good time. That is one session out of 5 that are penciled in for this week, done excluding the kickboxing sessions. So good start to the week as always. The sun is shining bright. If you're new around here, because we have got a lot of new subscribers, then please hit that subscribe button. And if you are watching on your television, because apparently 70% of you have got us on your TV, get on your phone and hit that subscribe button. Shout out Rowan. Rowan, if you're watching this, thank you, mate. Just came up to me in the gym and said he found A Star from our gym review. He's from Nottingham, so that is fucking sick. That is the reason that we make these videos quite clearly. Somebody actually fucking watches them, so let's go. Thank you, Rowan, for saying hello, mate. That has genuinely put a smile on my face, and it's really good to meet you. That's it for today. Checking in tomorrow when we've got legs. Let's go.
Look at you, mate. Look at the boy. Oh, man.
So I'm just making myself the trusty tuna and rice meal, and for those of you that happen to give a fuck, I don't know if any of you will, but I have recently changed Rufus's food again. It was on the raw cold press by, I don't want to say the brand name actually, but I know someone who is in the dog food industry, and he has told me that their quality of food has gone downhill. They're using cheaper raws, and to be honest, it kind of makes sense because Rufus has all of a sudden started getting like itchy ears, his eyes are getting gunky again. He used to have a lot of issues with his food. Like when we first got him, we really struggled, and he was always unwell, or he'd have like really itchy skin, or his eyes would be like really gunky.
and that went away fully on the food that we were feeding him. However, it started to come back, so it did make me wonder if they had changed something in the food, and obviously they had. After I spoke to someone in the dog food industry, he recommended that we try him on the most expensive shit that you could ever feed your dog, and that is this Nutri-Raw, which is completely raw, but the forage range also has like berries in, so it's got British venison meat with grass-fed lamb, heart and liver. It's got Atlantic mackerel, organic broccoli, whole blackberries, organic kale, free-range British eggs, sustainable hand-harvested organic Scottish seaweed, wheatgrass, pumpkin seeds, hemp seeds, Scandinavian blue mussel, cleavers and nettles, plus some pure Yorkshire sea salt. So as you can tell, it ain't cheap. It's probably not cheap to make. It's made in Yorkshire, but I will say he's been on it for 2 days now, and his eyes already started to clear up. His ears, he's not itching them as much. It is insane, and obviously as humans we are the exact same. What you put in your body is what you get out a lot of the time. For me, I notice when I'm eating shit, if shit creeps in, my skin gets worse, my eyes don't look as bright. Obviously the last night is a testament to that, because obviously I had 10 beers, didn't eat well, obviously the lack of sleep, and my skin today just feels like shit. My eyes look like shit. So yeah, what you put in is what you get out a lot of the time. So if anyone's got a dog, I'm sure a lot of you will have dogs, honestly this stuff is brilliant. Nutri-Raw. Rufus is about 30 kilos and we feed him just over a pack of this a day, so it works out at something like £4, between £4 and £5 a day on his food, which isn't cheap, but it's worth it. It is worth it, and I don't feed myself shit often. I feed myself well, so I'm always gonna take care of the big man as well. And what makes it even better is that dog food there. If you are in Wakey, you can purchase it from a small family-run business, Nell's Natural Dog Food, I think it's called. I went there the other day, and they've got tons of stuff in, and it is honestly just nicer to actually buy something from a small family-run business. Yes, you can get that same stuff. I think there's a big pet store, Pets and Friends, which is more like a chain. They do it. It's pretty much the same price. I think it might be a few pennies extra from the independent shop, but if you can, get yourself to independent stores as much as possible, because in today's climate, it's not easy having a shop. Honestly, it is not easy. You're getting stung left, right and centre with overheads, and people don't want to make the effort to go into stores as much as they used to do, because it's so easy online. So if you can, check them out. If you are going to try them out, let them know I sent you. They won't have a fucking clue who I am. Maybe after this video they might. They also do tons of like mega treats as well, so got like rabbit's ears, rabbit feet, pig snouts, chicken feet, pig's heart, loads of random shit. So get yourself down, even if you just want to call in and get some treats for your dog. Like, support local businesses, shop local. So it's Tuesday and it would normally be leg day for me, however today I'm going to hit full body, because last week we took the extra rest day, which meant missing the full body session. And to be quite frank, the full body session on this plan, weights wise, is probably my favourite. It's a good blasting, and at the end there's a nice little superset. I've also just drove past one of my mates and give him a bell, and he was on his way to another gym, so he's swinging it around and he's going to jump in this session. So hopefully Soul Dog can keep up with this. I hope he don't fucking moan about the superset at the end, but yeah, we're getting it done. It's 10:30. We've just had a pallet land at the shop, a fresh batch of creatine, so that's being lugged inside. Tom's got a lot of orders to get through, as always, on a Tuesday. Feel bad leaving him, but obviously it needs doing, and there is no chance in hell that I'm starting training after 6 p.m. Yeah, I'd rather just use my energy on a morning just to get this fucking done, and then get back to work and get it smashed out. So not sure if I'll get any clips. The gym looks very busy and I just want to get this smashed out today, so should be a good one.
Tuesday morning, order packing session is going down. Wolfie's just nipped out to the gym. I like doing these little run-throughs of me packing the orders because at the end of the day, you guys wouldn't be seeing this video if it wasn't for the orders that are coming in through the website, through the TikTok shop, all that good stuff. And I feel like it's interesting for some people, potentially. Let us know if it's not or if it is, to actually see the sort of stuff we send out on a daily. Tuesdays do tend to be a little bit busier just because obviously we're closed over the weekend. We're closed Sunday, Monday, and the orders sort of compound a little bit over the weekend. So I think today we've got like 35 orders to go out. Some usual suspects going out, such as the Perform Ways, and obviously the Wolfsups stuff as well. Some slightly different, slightly more unique orders going out today. For example, try not reveal anyone's address. This is a slightly unique combo. So we've got the shredded 1 fat burner by One Source Sups, Alpha Neon creatine HCl with a supplement needs H2 out. Turbo Dreams engineered muscle. This stuff sells like crazy. Only got a limited amount of these in, and they will no doubt be going quickly as well. 2 more Darkside V2s, which have both come through TikTok shop. The video we did on our top pre-workouts of 2025 has clearly worked. Usual suspects: hydrate, 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 creatine, hydrate, wolf juice, athlete and juice combos. And then there's a big stack of orders over here, which are all athletes. And yeah, like I said, the usual best-selling protein on TikTok shop. Slightly different, we've got an egg white small tub going out. We don't tend to sell a bunch of these smaller tubs of the egg white protein, but there's one going out there today. That is pretty much it. Oh, plus someone's ordered a mass gainer as well. So I'm gonna box these up. Tom's at the gym, he shouldn't be too long, and then when he gets back he'll probably help me finish up whatever hasn't been boxed up by the time he gets back, and then we'll crack on. It's another belter of a day outside as well, which you love to see. Lucky boy repping the 35s, lightweight. I'm happy with that though. 40 kegs is lightweight. Nice, mate. Hey!
10 what, eh?
That was 8, I can't.
You just started recording, that was 10.
Go on. Soft bastard.
7 and a few.
I only counted 4. Are you finding the upper session?
Lightweight this, mate, honestly.
Yeah. Naughty little superset coming up last, so.
What's what to do, mate? I've got a business being half past.
Oh, yeah. Go on. How was that?
You think 10 to 12 on 30 kilos is going to be easy, and you get to like 8, feel fucked.
Dropping a comment on the video here. If it gets 2 likes, I'm subbing Lukey boy in for Wolfie for the farm.
So it is Wednesday, and unfortunately somebody has tried to break into the shop over the last couple of nights. So I don't want to go into too much detail. I don't really think there's any sort of benefit of me going into detail on what's happened, but basically was there until about 9:30 p.m. last night, just sorting some shit out. To be honest, like, yeah, don't want to go into too much detail. It just is what it is. So didn't really sleep last night, although we've got like, I pay a lot of money every single year for various forms of security. That obviously does allow me to sleep at night because I know that it is looked after. But even still, just knowing that someone's tried to get in to your building is annoying. So yeah, I didn't really sleep last night. Well, I was sleeping and waking up like every hour, and then got up at 5 this morning to go to Powerhouse. Felt like shit, felt annoyed, just yeah, just pissed off. Thought about recording something, and then I thought, do you know what, fuck that, I'm not recording anything. And then I even thought, do you know what, fuck this series, like I just can't be arsed with it anymore. My head's a bit of mashed up, or a bit of a mess, should I say. But then I thought, do you know what, like this is what makes it raw and honest and transparent. You can't just be perfect all the time. So yeah, Ed were a little bit mashed, got to Powerhouse anyway. Actually had a good session in the end and feel a little bit better now. Still feel pissed off. Just annoying, like I say. Just all the shit that comes, that you've got to sort out just from something like this happening. Especially when we had a shitload on anyway, and my head were already like at boiling point, and it were nice this week to finally be getting back ahead and thinking, right, this weekend I'm gonna have a little bit of time off. But I just think that's just thrown everything backwards a little bit. But it honestly, it is what it is, isn't it? There's worse problems to be had. It just annoys me at the minute. The UK, it's just not the best place to be, is it? Like, you don't get rewarded for all your hard work. People just want to fucking come and take it off you. And to be honest, like, the police are fucking shit, aren't they? Like, what's the chances of the police actually having time to fucking do anything about it? They are looking into it. They said they are anyway. There's CCTV all around the unit, all up that road and whatnot. So I'm going to spend my Wednesday morning going around the businesses, getting together all the CCTV and whatnot. But yeah, it's just shit. There is just just feels like you just get fucked on every corner, whether you're getting fucked by people trying to do you over, whether you're getting fucked by private companies increasing the fucking prices of like electricity, whether it's your rent going up, whether your other costs are going up, whether your taxes are going up. It's just shit. So sorry about the doom and gloom. 3.5 minutes of me just being an absolute fucking negative Nancy. I promise you I'm gonna try cheer up. I've got to go to the shop now. But yeah, I got some people coming around and whatnot, but again, don't want to go into too much detail. Yeah, so I'm gonna go to work. I need to go get the dog some more food, of which I will be going back to that little shop in Wakey, because again, support your local shops, like I've just been saying there. It's not the easiest time, especially for a physical store, so I'll be going there. Despite having a shitload of things to do, it would be easier to order it online or just go to one of the big stores, but it is what it is. I'm about to polish off this. What? Yeah, that's post dinner snack. I've not recorded it. What? Yes, now, good morning. It is Thursday and woke up a little bit later than usual this morning, about 6:30, so we're like an extra hour and a half in bed compared to what I'd normally have. Feel good for it, feeling much better today. Obviously, yeah, still a little bit shook up and a little bit annoyed / stressed, but like I say, it is what it is. If anything, it's just made me, obviously, it reminded me to put effort and put a little bit more money into more security. Like I say, we already spend a decent whack on it. Obviously, can't harm to just make things that little bit more secure. Yeah, so that leads me on to the next point, which is spending fucking money on the business. Spent like 2 hours this morning just running through the accounts for the last like couple of months, and revenue wise it always looks good. If you kind of just look on the surface level when you're doing high revenue numbers, it's easy to get carried away and think that everything is dandy, everything's sweet. But when you actually dive into those figures, which I do often, to be fair, like every 3 months I'll deep dive into all of our accounts, and that's what I'm doing, the VAT return. But this morning, just with like the additional spending recently, little bits of spending that you don't think about, like 50 quids, 100 quids here and there. Yeah, thought I'd best just check. And like I say, although this month's revenue has been good, it's not been like all-time best or anything, profit is not good. Like the costs are quite high this month. Obviously factor in wages, mine and Tom's wages. You've got Charlie Beck's lovely wages, who's probably editing this video right now. We've got like ad spend, been a few bits here and there that we've had to pay for in the shop. When you factor in other bullshit that comes up every now and then, yeah, it's not been a great month profit wise. Like when you factor in all of the above, probably just made a little bit of profit, which it is what it is. It's not great because obviously we've got a lot of new stuff coming out, and the new stuff relies on us actually making a surplus, because without that surplus we obviously don't have the cash to pay for the product. That being said, it's not doom and gloom. We are putting money back into ads. We're putting, obviously spending money on like stuff like this, the YouTube channel. So yeah, it's always good to touch base and kind of check the actual profit figures, not just the surface level revenue. So yeah, get all these bullshit costs out of the way. Got a few more bits to get this month, and then hopefully next month we can have a more profitable month, which means more new products, better products, and yeah, continue to grow the way we have been this year, because this year has been amazing so far. But yeah, little insight there into my morning. I think anyone who's got a business, it is good to spend a good few hours, probably a good few hours every month. I do it every 3 months, but a good few hours every month, just kind of diving a little bit deeper into the finances behind your business, because that's what catches people out. Revenue can be good, but if you get caught out just chasing revenue, it can end badly. Not being able to pay invoices, obviously, worst case scenario, liquidation. So yeah, on the agenda today we have got an upper day, probably the easiest of sessions on the plan. Takes about 40 minutes. It's not bad at all. There's no crazy supersets at the end of it. Gonna smash that out after walking the dog, and then get back to the shop and hopefully put in a little bit of a graft today, try and bump our sales up for the next couple of days. We've got a couple of days left this month, and yeah, like I say, figures wise doesn't look bad, but would be nice to bump it up a little bit, especially considering we've got a lot of costs coming up, big costs, probably some of the biggest invoices we've ever had to pay. So yeah, gonna smash out the session, get some food in, and then get on with work, get on with trying to bump the sales up for this month. So this morning I am going to try the Ghost pump. Decent little panel, nothing crazy, nothing to shout home about. However, the Ghost flavours are usually bang on. So I've got the pineapple. I've also had a scoop of creatine this morning. The last couple of days I've been doing like 20 gram of creatine, just because I am sleep deprived. I know I'm sleep deprived. This morning hasn't been as bad, so I've done a scoop of monohydrate, and then I'm going to have the normal scoop of athletes. That'll bring me to like 10 gram. There is some research around sleep deprivation and creatine. You can basically wade off some of the negatives of sleep deprivation by taking a really high dose of creatine on the day that you're sleep deprived. For me, it works out something like 30 gram or even slightly more that I'd need. I can't take that because I just shit my pants, so about 20 gram I'm all right with. I don't know, it seemed to have felt like yesterday to say I'd had pretty much zero sleep. I was all right, like mentally kind of there. So yeah, just if you are sleep deprived, which you shouldn't be ideally, try the creatine trick. I think it helps, definitely. So scoop of creatine, we're going in with the Ghost pump, and I'm going to have some Wolf hydrate whilst I'm training. I've just had 2 squares bars, and then when I get home I'll have a bigger meal. But yeah, the epitome of health right there. 2 squares bars, a pump formula, a scoop of creatine, and a scoop of electrolytes. Gotta be done. Bag, and decent session. Niggles all over, left shoulder, right shoulder, lower back still, calf still. Had to check my ego a couple times in there then, lighten the weight like on the incline press, especially when it's a busy gym and you know that you've done way more than what you're doing in the past, and you know that you could lift it. In my head I was just like, just don't get carried away with the weights. Like, nobody gives a fuck, just lighten the load and just feel the movement. Yeah, on the stuff that I felt my niggles, I were consciously pulling back, and then on stuff where I felt okay after my first set I was pushing. So like on all the back movements, they felt all right, the rows, dumbbell rows and the T-bar rows. And then at the end I literally annoyingly can't do snatches with this left shoulder. It is that haggard that it is unbelievably painful to do one snatch. Even if I do it with no weight, I can feel it as I lock out. Not ideal, because there is snatches in the event. I've got 100 of them to do with 20 kilos today. I did 30 with 20 kilos all on my right arm. So essentially I'm just gonna have to get very good at doing snatches with my right arm, and then hopefully in 4 weeks time this shoulder will have calmed down and I'll be able to do some on this just to ease it off. But if I can get up to doing like 50 with my right arm and it not being too difficult, then obviously we'll be all right, because Tom will be able to use both his arms. Farmer's carry on this session I didn't do. I saw it right at the end and I was like, fuck, I've not got time to do that. So I'll add that onto my leg session at the weekend. But other than that, it's been a decent session. I actually feel, I might not look it, but I actually feel like I looked quite big today in comparison to how I have looked in the last year, just doing the MMA training. Like the muscles felt a bit fuller. Yeah, just feel a bit denser, which is good. I'm up a couple of kilos since starting this, so obviously that's nice to have a little bit more muscle back to me. But yeah, other than that, I need to hurry my ass up, get home, get a shower and get to work. See you soon. Friday, it's 6 AM and I'm off to Costa to get myself a coffee. I'm gonna do about an hour's worth of shit, replying to emails, all that bullshit, and then we're gonna go to the track and get this fucking session done. Hopefully, fingers crossed, touch wood, it is not like last week's track session. Last week was bad from us both. Like, we was in a bad way last week, so hopefully it is nothing like that, but we shall see. So we've made it to the track, and on the agenda today is the same as what we did last week, except we're adding 200 meter to it. So we've got 600 meter runs, but before each run we have got some sort of exercise. So it is 10 squat jumps, 600 meter run, 90 seconds rest. Then we've got 10 burpees, 600 meter run, 90 seconds rest. Then we've got 10 lunge jumps, 600 meter run, 90 seconds rest. We repeat that cycle 5 times, I want to say. Last week was really bad on my part, or compared to what I've been running at. I've been running the back end of the first block, the first 5 week block. I was running 340, 1,000 meters, which is decent. Going off last week, I was running a 420 pace and it was only 400 meters, so obviously way slower than what I'd been running before. So this week I'm going to aim somewhere in between. I'm going to at least try and do a 4-minute pace. Last week my calves were just blown up and I was just hobbling. I was hobbling like the first few hundred meters. First 200, 250 meters I was hobbling. So yeah, I feel a bit better today. You only really tell when you start actually going. But yeah, I don't want to be at that pace again. I need to pick it up a little bit. So aiming for 4 minutes. And yeah, we'll get this bashed out. Meeting Tom and Marshy here at 8. So it is currently 5:02. So I'm going to go into the track and get warmed up, get stretched off. And yeah, fingers crossed it'll be a good one today. Don't want a repeat of last week. Good morning, lad.
Morning. My eyes always look so bad on these vlogs.
Nah, you're looking fresh, mate.
Thank you.
New runners for Marshy today, so
that's it. 130 quid, bought them in Brighton. Whereas my last ones that I have been running in been 50 quid from.
Just like an outlet or some shit.
I forgot what you call it, where you get proper cheap shit in Trinity.
Oh, Sports Direct or something.
Direct.
Yeah. What
So,
made you go for Oakers?
I looked at a few different bits. They were just, I was Tom O'Neill, he gave me a bit of a recommendation, and then yeah, I feel like some of the other colours were a bit wild, and then there were some platforms that were like that thick. And
Right, what are they? Let's have a look at.
They've got a bit of a platform on them, but some of the other ones were crazy.
Yeah, they're probably good like in between, aren't they?
Definitely, yeah. But yeah, they feel night and day different.
Have you run it?
Yeah. I've run twice in them now. And it's like when I bought them 50 quidders, I was like, really, what difference does it make? Like, it's me who's running. Like, I'm either putting the work in or I'm not.
Yeah.
And then you get something better, and it's so much better.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. just like even just walking, you feel springy and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, good.
Well, these were outlet specials,
Yeah.
and I don't want to fucking judge them too soon, but I don't know if I like them, man.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I prefer my other ones that I've had for like 5 years.
Yeah. And what were price difference on them?
These were only like 80 quid.
But
Others
they
were
well
like,
down though, weren't they? 'Cause they're outlet.
yeah, others. Yeah, I don't know what the original price is, but the others were like 100 quid at the time.
Yeah.
But maybe it's just the calf that I'm, like the sore calf.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm attributing it to these.
Yeah.
Have you seen what the session is today?
Nope.
So we've got 10 squat jumps into a 600 metre run.
Yep.
An RPE 9. So like we need to be going close to all out.
Right.
90 seconds rest.
Yep.
Then we've got 10 burpees,
Yep.
600 metre run, 90 seconds rest, 10 lunge jumps, 600 metre run, 90 seconds rest. Repeat that 5 times.
Repeat all of that 5 times.
Yeah. Rough.
That's crazy.
So that's 600.
That's mileage, right?
It's what? It's 15 times 600, isn't it? Yeah.
So what's the max? What's the final distance of the run?
I don't know. It's going to be like 9k in it or something. We actually need to get a fucking shift
You
on,
could
lad.
see him then, but we both just smiled. We smiled at camera, but like,
Yeah.
fuck's sake, that sounds awful.
But last week was a really shitter. It was shit, mate. I was hobbling like the first 200 and then trying to chase it.
Yeah.
So the runs were really slow. Like when you compare it to the last session that we did on the other block, we were running at 340 for 1Ks, which is obviously fast.
Yeah.
That last session was 400 metres and I was doing it at 420 pace. So I was fucking towing, mate.
Feel free to do it today. I'm going to take your lead.
Yeah, right. Well, let's get warmed up.
Let's get it.
Friday morning, standard procedure. Looking a little bit crusty this morning. Don't actually feel too bad. Excuse the horrendous angles. Feeling surprisingly okay. Fairly well rested. Haven't checked in for a couple of days. Had a rest day yesterday. Did fuck all. Wednesday, football training for like an hour and a half, which was pretty rough on my legs. Like my shins were hurting me. Nothing exciting to report, guys. We're back at the track. Today is a bit of a stinky session, but it always is. Marshy and Wolfie coming up round the bend. You don't hear that all that often, do you? Yeah, the boys look like they're just finishing the warm-up, so I need to get warmed up, stretched off, and ready to do 4x3 lots of 600 metres. So it's going to be a long ass session, but that's what we're doing it for. Not too long now till the farm. The boys have arrived. How many laps are you doing?
This is his last lap then.
Warm up.
Let's go. There he is. That were a...
I'm not going to make it, still ended up.
Gosh, you are bred up like that little inner bitch voice. When
What we done?
you got it. We're halfway after this last one. But that's the hardest one, the burpee. Innit?
I don't feel like that part is like that part still running.
Oh, the running, yeah, but I mean just like the lap with the burpees has got to be the hardest, like,
I get what you're
for
saying.
sure.
That part's almost like I really think about that part.
No, but it does play into it.
It's like the final half of each lap. You take over a bit and I'm like,
We got it. It's fast this though, 3:45. Really fast, bro. So
let's get it.
yeah. One into the third set, that one it on the back end, lad. Felt like that lap. I don't know about you, but it felt a bit
I think it's
smoother.
controlling my breathing a little bit more.
yeah.
Bit of pace.
3:45.
Nice.
It felt smoother though, didn't it? That's what I'm saying about it. I know like your body gets more fatigued, but I think to the back end your heart rate starts to adjust. And you
5 more, dude.
yeah, 5 more. That's it, innit? Home stretch, lad. It's a grueler though. If anyone wants these sessions, send into them in the comments. Let me know. Give him a bash. Fucking tough. There he is, look. Session completed, and one of them sessions where about halfway through I think me and Marshy were thinking, fuck me, we are not going to be able to hold this pace for the full session. We set off at like 3:40 pace for the 600 meters. Obviously, I feel like it were the burpees in between that kind of got you. The lunge jumps weren't too bad, the squat jumps weren't too bad. So we set off at 3:40s. We got like halfway through, and I think Marshy vocalised the struggle. I just thought like I'd keep it to myself, because I think when both of you are saying like, fucking hell, I'm not going to be able to make it through this, I think if both of you say it, then it's trouble. But I think I wanted to say it, but kept it in. If Marshy hadn't said it, I'd have probably fucking said it. That being said, we ploughed on, and then the last three we did absolutely rapid. The last one we ran at a 3:30 pace after the lunge jumps, so well happy with that. Back to where I should be running wise. Last week was obviously a massive blip in the routine. It was just fucking way out of the ordinary. It was really slow. This week, more of the ordinary, and potentially the fastest we've ran, especially considering like the pre-fatigue in there. So happy with that. Getting faster, getting stronger. Yeah, it's all good. It is all good. The left knee was getting sore by like lap 9, and I think that's from my right calf still being not right. I think because my calf's not right, I'm putting more weight on my left knee. Left knee started to hurt. Nothing too major though. I thought to myself, like, if it had started really bad, then it'd have been a different story, but I thought we've only got a couple left at this point, so fuck it. But yeah, other than that, feeling good. Legs feel better than they have felt in probably like 2 or 3 weeks now.
How are we doing, people? So, back at the shop after the track session, tucking into some of this. In here we've got 200 grams of full fat Co-op authentic Greek yogurt, which is my favourite Greek yogurt. About 15 grams of honey, 30 grams of lemon cheesecake, whey, and 150 grams of raspberries. So getting some carbs, bit of protein back in after the track session. So post-track session review. I remember when we finished the first block, the first training block for this competition prep, and I remember thinking to myself that the 600 meter session was the most difficult. It was either the 600 or the 800. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. So I was a little bit apprehensive, a little bit nervous going into this one, how difficult they were going to be, especially with the added fatigue from the exercises, the burpees, squat jumps, lunge jumps, all that stuff. But I actually felt, like I said on that other clip you will have seen, I actually felt fairly well rested going into the session today. I did take a rest day yesterday. Wednesday I played football for an hour and a half while training, so there was quite a decent amount of cardio, sort of sprint interval work. It was quite intense, and we were doing it on a pitch which was dry as a bone in my football boots, so the actual like impact on my feet and on my knees and on my back and stuff, I feel like has compounded a little bit today to the point where like I'd say the first 2 rounds of that track session, so we were doing it in rounds, completing all 3 of those exercises with a 600 meter was 1 round. We were aiming to do that 4 times, so it was going to be essentially 12 times 600 meters with the exercises in between. I'd say the first 2 rounds I actually felt pretty good. I was consistently hitting my pace, I was pretty dialed in, I wasn't dying. Obviously I was still pushing myself, but I wasn't dying. But then when I got to like lap 7, the outside of my knee, this bit, actually started to, I don't know, I just started to feel it just pulling, getting tight. Every step on that side was causing me a bit of grief, a bit of pain. So I decided, considering that I have a football game tomorrow afternoon, of which I could probably, most likely will be playing a full 90 minutes. Again, on probably dry as fuck, dusty pitch with more hammering of the joints. I decided that the benefit that I would have gotten out of my training today with doing those last 2 laps, those last 2 intervals, versus the risk and the jeopardization, don't know if that's a word, putting that knee under jeopardy, risk, just wasn't worth it. So I called it after 10, and I think cardio wise I could have, well, 100% cardio wise I could have done another 2 intervals, but yeah, just I think maybe the running on the inside, because obviously we're running anti-clockwise around the track, so my left leg is always on the inside. Going around those bends maybe gets an extra bit of strain on it going around those bends. And also something that I've been talking to Wolfie about all week is my left sort of hip, groin area, ever since we did the 3 peaks, has been less than 100%, put it that way. Maybe it's that, but either way, I'm content with the session. My diet's been good the last few days, hitting all my targets, my calories, like I say, feeling well rested. I woke up this morning with less than probably 7 hours of sleep and I actually felt sound. At the shop, just finished packing all these orders, which are what the phone, the camera is resting on right now. And yeah, it's Friday, so this could potentially be my last entry of the week. That's it for now. I'm gonna finish this and I will catch you guys in a bit.